My fellow Americans, as your president, I will make this generation the one to end HIV, and by doing so, to improve the quality of life for all. Now, starting with, but no means limited to, addressing barriers to healthcare, which is a huge area that affects many. I will be providing funding for free transportation to those with little to no access to their medical care, to food pantries, as well as any other doctor's appointments such as oral health and pharmacies for their medications if they don't have home delivery. In addition, I will be adding funds to add more vehicles to minimize the gap in persons going to their healthcare appointments. This will actually prevent individuals having these troubles with transportation, getting to and from their appointments, and not wanting to be bothered because of the complications, the long span of time, or not getting their car in time to make their appointments. By allowing additional funds to increase vehicles in hopes of eliminating that gap. We do want everyone getting to their medical appointments. In addition, I also will be providing funds to add more health clinics, mental and health clinics, to very rural areas that have difficulties in traveling far for their care. I will also, as your president, gather a group of top-notch members to create a team to come up with a plan for an all-inclusive insurance coverage for all. And that's starting as of today. I will also like to address stigma, which of course has an effect on HIV and other medical care for individuals who have experienced this. And then you have individuals on the other side that are in healthcare facilities or pharmacies who have not had the proper training on the effects of stigma. So I am putting into place actually a mandate that all employees to be trained on the effects of stigma. I don't care what position you have, it doesn't matter whether it's front office, back office, lab technicians, every single person will be mandated to have training on the barriers of stigma. I also want to include in this goal of this generation ending HIV, a lot of the information that is needed to be given to individuals really start at a young age. So for education, okay, cannot forget the youth. The more knowledge they have, the powerful they will be. So for education, for schools, Catholic, public, private, it is mandatory that health education on all areas, even on sexual health will be included from elementary school on up. And for parents who would like to continue this process at home, starting at whatever age they might think is proper, we will provide training for parents to learn how to discuss various topics with their children. Because parents tend to either be afraid, don't know the right words to say, don't want to promote sex. There is a way of discussing things based on informational necessity that has nothing to do with promoting sex. This is health-wise, healthcare, being informed to be able to make the right decisions and also know the consequences of when you don't make the right decisions. So putting that in place. I will also put into law, when it comes to school and education, that history must not only be taught with current times, current information. Individuals, students need to know our full history to understand each individual, no matter what race, what language, what gender, what religion. Understand this. The United States of America, first groups of people that landed, that came to this land, were Paleo Indians from Asia, who were ancestors to Native Americans. But from there, people have gathered to this land from Europe, China, Japan, Africa, and so on. So we are all, our ancestors were all immigrants to this land. We're all immigrants. We are all from immigrants that came to this country. So we all need to know the history from way back then. The sacrifices, what individuals went through, what groups of people sacrificed or had become slaved, or their lives had been taken from them, to those who marched on for their beliefs. And all of this is important history and needs to be taught. No one should ever forget sacrifices people have gone through and made to live their life in this country as peacefully as possible. To me, this is something else that I believe will help eliminate stigma with the understanding of others, and that we are not so different. We all want the same things. We may choose to go about it differently, but we all want the same things. And lastly, I have to say that our history of fighting for equal rights and for all, not just for some, has brought me here today as your president, speaking to you. And not only do I bring intelligence, compassion, but a strong woman leading our country with a vision and determination to have an HIV-free America. And with that, I want to say to you, God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.